Well, this took way longer than it needed to. Hi everyone and welcome back to my Cryptid Core Town build. In today's video we will be attempting to do a perspective bridge build based on the new River Gorge Bridge in West Virginia. Let's get started. I already cleaned up the back area near the mining site and where I moved the museum. I need to extend the river first. I'm debating on hiding the museum somewhere on the beach and using a house as a national park visitor center since the museum is so big, but we will see. There needs to be a viewing platform that you can see the bridge from, so I'm going to build that up and tweak it a little later, since it will need to be a little closer. This is my first real perspective build, and I do end up struggling with it. The bridge is all the way in the back and won't be accessible so that we can fully have the perspective effect if I can get that to work. I made room to put up the iron bridge to see how I liked it. I laid down the road, put up some trees and some mountain standees that I wanted to look like the distant Appalachian Mountains. I kept futzing with the perspective and just wasn't so sure. I kept trying to get stuff to work, looked through custom codes, and just couldn't find anything to make this bridge work. So I demolished it. I thought maybe a land bridge would be better. I tried making the iron fencing work, planted some trees, and I didn't like it. The closest I found was a cardboard cutout iron bridge, so I went with that code, tested it out, and I didn't mind it. I figured this was going to be the closest I was going to get, and this would be a perfect time to use the miniature cars. So I did some more cleanup and had a look. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I did a lot of trial and error and going back to the viewpoint to see how it might look. Because I didn't want to leave the pattern alone, I had to try to create a curve to get as close to the bridge idea that I wanted as possible. So I started to replicate the pattern I found to add to the final design. This was more trial and error to get the colors as close as I could. I still don't think it's completely right, and I tried a lot of different things here until I finally just settled. I couldn't get it to look right, but I couldn't mess with it anymore after several hours, so this will have to do. I almost totally forgot about stunting the trees to add to the effect, so that was more trial and error and a lot of saving and skipping ahead by a day to get them right. Next was building a viewing platform. I'm going to put up a simple wooden incline up to it with a wooden deck, safety railings, and a tourist telescope. I skipped a day so that the incline was in and did a custom code national park sign to make sure you watch your step and won't fall off the edge. I added a few trees, weeds, and flowers to the overall build to fill it out. I also had to reroute where I'm going to put a smaller lake in order to incorporate the platform build. At this point, I don't even know if I'll have room for the lake, so that's unfortunate, but we shall see. I'm adding a hiking path which will lead from the incline to the visitor center. I'm still debating on keeping the museum as the center or using another player house so that I can decorate the inside. It will all depend on if I can hide the museum somewhere, but I'm running out of room. For now, I think I'm done. It wasn't what I originally envisioned, but I think it'll do for now. I'm seriously running out of room already, and I might have to redesign some sections. For my next island, I would really love to do a lake perspective build, but I really need to work on my tree placement and how to really achieve the effect. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed today's build, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!